that done, you zoom out, and you go back to your 4 hour, it looks like a really small point on the chart. So you notice how out of your entire swing trade, you only had to get active in maybe 1 4 hour period. You got fills somewhere around there. Somewhere around there. You got your stop below wherever the low was, and you know your target above. There's your 3.6 to 4 hour swing trade. Really solid swing trade. Perfect. You're now in the trade. So that is how I would swing trade. I would be active and on the chart. And I've been doing this for the past 4 weeks, 5 weeks. While I've been super busy recording lessons and building the new trading campus, I have been swing trading, doing this exact thing. I would set alerts each morning. I would do my daily levels. I would do my analysis. And if something was of interest, I would set an alert. If the alert fires, I would go back in. It's extremely time efficient. I would spend all day recording lessons, not even looking at the charts. I would wait. I would get a ping. And I would see an alert fire on TradingView. I would jump on. And I would update. I'd say, nice. We've had the sweep, waiting for the market structure break. Bang, set another alert, log off, fucking back to the recording. Super easy. Anyone can do this. If you have a job and an internet connection, you can trade this way. This is why I suggest that everybody learns, if you are time constrained, you learn to swing trade first. Right? And this is quite good, actually. I'll make this into a sort of a mini lesson about the different time frames. If you're a day trader, if you're a day trader, that was how a swing trader would do it. Okay, so let me go back to the 15-minute chart. As a swing trader, out of this entire period of price action, so let's just draw it hypothetically from here, all the way to when I get filled, is about 1 day and 18 hours, 1 day and 20 hours, so call it 2 days. And I had to get active for a total of 4 hours, roughly, right? And in reality, probably much less, because you might have just got filled in the first 20 or 30 minutes of that and just said, okay, I don't mind taking a 3.5 hour instead of a 4 hour. And you would have got filled there. And so your time spent on the charts is much lower. And you have red circles all along where you are setting alerts, but you're passive. The difference of a day trader is all of this is active. The whole thing. There is no such thing as being passive. Because as a day trader, you cannot get this move, right? A day trader is not realistic for you to expect on your day trade to have this move. Because that move will not play out in 1 day. Sometimes, very, very, very infrequently it does, but that's not how you can't build a system off of something that's very infrequent. You can only build a system off of repeatable patterns of behavior, right? So as a day trader, you're trying to catch maybe a breakout short here down to this level for a 1.76 hour. Then on a lower time frame under the sweep, you might see this pattern form down here. When you zoom in, you might see an under over forming there. And so you catch a long back up to the level of a retest. There's a 1.8 hour. And then you might go for a second short down here on somewhere on a retest. You might try and short down there. Back down to this level. And maybe that one loses, right? So you've won this one, you won that one loses. And then finally, towards the end of your trading day, you spot this exact same trade as the swing trader gets, except your entry is here, where his was, but you're a bit later because you're trying to catch the momentum. Your stop loss is tighter, but you're only targeting a move back up into this zone. Maybe take a 2 hour and then you're out. That's how you day trade. But you cannot be anywhere other than on the charts for this entire, this is actually like a 2-day period, right? So you've got that and you've got gaps in between. So let's hypothetically say you slept there. You've got 8 hours in between these two trades. Let's just imagine that's when you were sleeping. You have little breaks in between. I'm not saying you have to be in front of the charts all day, every day. But of course, it's your job and it's your business and you need to do this, because that would be a 1.7 hour winner, a 1.8 hour winner, a 1 hour loss, right? So that's 3.5 minus 1, that's 2.5 hour profit so far, plus a 2.0, right? And that's 4.5 hour total for the 2 days, which is really good performance. But you'll see how that's different to someone who can just jump in and set up a 4 hour trade that might take 5 days to play out. So the level of activity that's required for you to actually profitably trade as a day trader is much higher. This shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone. I get the question very often, and I get it from a frame of, but I want to be a day trader, or I want to be a scalper. And I understand. It's sexy. Of course you want to. Why would you not want to print money every day on demand? But all of us want to do a lot of things. Yeah. Some people want to go to the fucking moon. It doesn't mean you can. And if if you have a goal to be a day trader, then you need to work towards that goal. You need to make yourself somebody who is able to take all day trading. Now, everybody could quit their job right now, or quit university, or just give everything up and start day trading. There's nothing that will stop you from doing it. But if you only have $1,000 and you don't know how to trade, you're not going to be a very successful day trader, because you, one, don't have the capital, and two, don't have the experience to be a day trader. So if you've started with lower amount of capital and you have no experience, or little experience, less than 6 months, then you just need to understand that the best move forward for you is to do what I mentioned just before, which is swing trade, which, by the way, is a much better way for you to learn, because it moves slower and everything will make sense much more. You have more time to wait. It teaches you patience. You have way more time to get confirmation of your ideas. You can look at the 4 hour chart developing and then go into the 15-minute chart and watch it develop slightly faster. Set your alerts, log out, go back to work or back to school or whatever. Check back in. You will learn so much by doing it. And then it should give you, if you're trading well by swing trading, and you only wish that you could trade more often and trade more size, that should give you all the motivation you need to save up the money and develop your skills in your spare time to the point where you can trade full time. Because you could, 1 year from now, have 20, 25 or 30 grand that you didn't have last year because you were hustling at work, doing extra shifts, starting a business, farming fucking airdrops with Sillard's campus, anything. Making some extra money while being disciplined and learning your trading part-time, swing trading. And then you have a year's experience under your belt, which is invaluable, and 20 to 30x the capital that you started with. And now you really can give day trading a go. And guess what? For anyone watching this in early to mid 2023, that is also the perfect time. That will be just after the Bitcoin halving. That is the highest probability time at which we go into a bull market. So you have time. You genuinely have the luxury of time here. But you must work hard every day. That's why I launched the accountability channel. Because you must have a 1 year view. So let's say your 1 year view is to have 30 grand, 40 grand, and to start day trading. And you've got a couple of grand right now. Well, you are not, and please listen to me, you are not going to make that from trading, because you don't know how to trade and you cannot trade frequently enough, and you are not in an emotional state where you can trade. Because if you're trading with your entire net worth of 2k and trying to trade every day, you're going to end up losing it because you're focusing on the money and not on the process of trading, the process of learning. Or if you take my advice and you learn part-time and you still trade, you can still trade. You could do 5 swing trades a week. There's no limit on how many swing trades you can do, because you only need to be active for a couple hours on each of them to get in and then to get out. But most of the time, you can have the charts closed and have alerts set. And if you delay that gratification, you might actually become a day trader that you want to be. But you do not become a day trader by starting day trading. That's not how it happens. That's the trap that every retail loser falls into, because they find some guy's bullshit course on TikTok or fucking YouTube who's promising you the secret system and methods to becoming a day trader. The methods to becoming a day trader are to not day trade at the start, or to learn how to actually trade, and to delay gratification more than anything. If you prove, this isn't to me, because none of you at the end of the day are responsible to me. I'm responsible to you to give you good advice, honest advice, and to help you. But only you are responsible for your own actions. And if you can honestly sit here 1 year from now and say, I listened to Michael and I learned, and I chose to learn part-time, and I chose to focus on hustling to get more money together, I now have 10, 20, 30x my net worth than what I had, because I worked and saved and lived frugally, didn't blow any stupid expenses. I really committed to this, and I learned everything. I watched all the lessons multiple times. I applied all the stuff. I applied all the concepts. I did the back testing. I did 100 back tests. I did the challenge. I did the perfect loser challenge. I did all these things that Michael has set up to make me the best trader I can be. Now I come in 2024, in May, when the market is actually getting bullish, and I know how to crush it. And then the opportunities are immense, because if we go into some type of bull market, easy mode, up only, and you actually know how to trade and you've got a little bit of capital behind you, that's when you can genuinely take 20k and turn it into 200k in a few months' time of trading, because the conditions are there. Those conditions are not here at the moment. So focus on learning. You have time. There is no rush. You have to have macro patience, but you must operate with micro speed every day. You work hard. You work diligently. You do the things you're supposed to do. But there is no rush from a big picture perspective. You are not going to miss the Bitcoin run to 100k. Right? You're not going to miss any of these crazy pumps. The next clearest narrative that's coming up, which is layer 2 season, which is when all the layer 2s, the protocols designed to scale Ethereum, when they all have their hype run, much like the layer 1s did in 2021, Solana, Phantom, Luna, RIP, AVAX, etc. The carbon copy of that is probably coming, like very, very likely to be coming. And guess what? We know that's not here yet, because 3 of them haven't even launched tokens yet. One of them being the Coinbase layer 2, which is definitely going to be a big one, right? This should be music to your ears. I'm telling you that you've got more time to save up more money, more time to get better before you step into the ring, more time to prepare for your championship match. You have time, but you cannot waste time. Your opponent is out there, learning diligently, applying all the methods, and will make it in 2024. Will you? Alright, I should clip it from there, because I think that would make a good lesson. I don't know what the lesson will be about. Might just be a random lesson about patience. Or trading styles, or whatever. Robert's vision. Is Agar template still available? I took down the trading ammo section, not because I'm getting rid of it, just because I want to redo it. But I think Nuno's gonna sort you out. Top J. Weekly point of control, says Legend Jet. I haven't looked at volume profile in a while, so let's do that. Session volume profile. Go to a 1 hour chart. Oh, wait, you're saying weekly point of control? Oh, I'd have to go to Exo charts for that. Maybe if I do visible. Can I get a rough... It's not going to be the same, but can I get a rough estimate of this? If I go to a daily, maybe. And I look at all of this. Price action up here. This is a bit of a roundabout way of doing it. There's the point of control of the range we've been in. So we're well below that. If we then look below that, I guess I should just do fixed range, shouldn't I? Fixed range. So let me look at this lower end here before the pump. So there's one. And here's another. I know it's not exactly what you were asking for, but I'm going to look at it anyway. And then everything that we've been doing up here. So there's a couple. Volume profiles. So it's point of control down there, 22, 23k. Point of control up here is above us. There's probably an untested. There's probably a naked point of control over there somewhere that was untested. I prefer those. Let me see if there's any of those. There's one. 24765. There's a untested, a naked point of control. That could be a place to look at for a reaction. Michael, what if we are not in phone front of computer? TW alerts don't work on phone notification. I don't know what that means. TW? You must mean TradingView, and TradingView alerts do work on the phone, so I think you need to fix your phone. Not fix your phone, but fix the notifications. Either the setting is turned off, maybe the app needs to be updated, maybe you need to delete it and reinstall it. Mining Quest says a scenario where all this is front run and bottom is in. Like, what do you mean bottom is in? Be more specific and I'll let you know when you say bottom is in. You mean like the macro bottom? Or you mean just off this little zone? Bear says, I started the hard way, and trust me, Michael's way is far superior. I didn't listen. Yes, and I didn't listen to, well, I had no one to listen to, but I did this shit at the start. You're all learning from the mistakes I made. So choose to either learn from them or don't. But I would strongly suggest you learn from them.